And it's a great pleasure to be joined now by the Railway Minister, Mr. Suresh Prabhu. Mr. Prabhu, thank you so much for being with us, sir, on Gandhi Jayanti, Rashtriya Swachhata Divas. We've often spoken, sir, in the last couple of years about the importance of Swachhata and the crucial role that the railways has to play in this, both from the points of view of cleaning up the railway tracks, of making sure that open defecation stops also along the railway tracks, and what can be done in the railway carriages to make sure that defecation doesn't fall on the tracks. And you've been taking some steps on that, which perhaps we can share with us. Amit Ji is also here with us and is waiting to hear what you have to say.
Well, as you know, the railways play a very key role in terms of keeping cleanliness, hygiene, as well as making the ethos far better. So we have been working on a very big campaign, which we have said that Rail Bade, Desh Bade, Swachh Rail, Swachh Bharat. If you keep railways clean, the India could be clean because they are the icons of that particular city. So we have been working on this for a long time. I'm very happy to say it has shown tremendous improvement. And now we are working in a very imaginative way. In fact, we also used Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, a great icon who is now in the studio, but he's right now on the platforms of several railway stations. We are using the Diwar line when Shashi Kapoor says, I have, मेरी माँ है तो हमने कहा आपके पास माँ है लेकिन आपके मुंह में जो पान है उसको दीवार पे मत थूकिए. तो ये we are trying to use many lines like this all over the country. In fact, now in some places we have moved on from just keeping the stations clean to another level. Not just keep clean, but keep them beautiful. And this movement was started in Rajasthan, where I requested Valmik Thapar to use his talent and keep Savai Madhopur, which is gateway to one of the best tiger reserves in the world. And that particular station was converted into like a art gallery, but also the wildlife sanctuary. All the wildlife was dawning on the walls of that station. That inspired my good friend, the Rajasthan Chief Minister Vasundhara Ji, and we made many other stations beautiful like that in Rajasthan. Those who have been going to the stations are saying, is this a railway station or is it an art gallery? In Tripura, which is really speaking a custodian of a huge Indian culture, tradition in a very rich way, we converted that into art gallery. And I must say that we didn't do it ourselves. This is a contribution of the people by they came forward and they did it. And this has happened in many places. Today, while I am just here, about half an hour ago, Vikram will be happy to know that Mumbai, which is also the city of my friend and great artist Amitabh Bachchan, that we have got 36 railway stations to be painted with art of 5,000 artists. So this is unbelievable, incredible contribution coming out of people's movement. So can you imagine that this is the real transformative way? Because if you feel that I am going to make it unclean, because that's my fundamental birthright, to spit wherever I want, to throw whatever I want, but it must be the responsibility of the railways to keep it clean. We can never win the battle. If we challenge the system by saying I am going to make it unclean and you keep it clean, it is never going to work. So why not work like this? I will not make it unclean. It is railways' responsibility to keep it clean. If we have a mandate, if we have an understanding like this, we can transform the railways. We have started a system in railway, this is for the first time, that you can send an SMS, clean my coach. Within less than 20 minutes, 15 minutes, a person comes and cleans the coach. I will give a very interesting anecdote. A person congratulated me on my Twitter, saying that it's a fantastic contribution. If within half an hour, 4 times somebody sent SMS and my coach was cleaned 4 times. After that, another person tweeted it by asking why the coach had to be cleaned 4 times within half an hour. Who made it unclean? And this is what is really the root cause of the problem. So if we can work like this, that will not keep it unclean, but you keep it clean, we can really make it happen. We have launched a massive campaign. Right. I must say that there are several non-governmental organizations are now getting involved. I'll give one example. The Nirankaris, they keep coming month after month, week after week, hundreds of them, volunteers wearing their own uniform, bringing their own material, and they do cleanliness with such a dedication as if they are doing a car seva. This is something which is very important.
Right. And
We are
Mr.
involved
Prabhu,
a lot
will
of
be-
such organizations countrywide, and that's how we are successful in keeping clean. But my request, humble request to all the commuters of the country, please join hands with us. It is
Right.
not possible that we can use one hand to make it unclean and we should another hand of the railways to make it clean. Why not you bring both the hands, work together to make sure that no uncleanliness and cleanliness is a pledge and a prayer that we'll do with both the hands. Mahatma Gandhi was one of the great champion of this cleanliness campaign. And I must say now, another Gujarati, Narendra Modi ji, is trying to bring this transformation in a big way. He's trying to spread this message all over the country, and he has made it as a popular movement. I have not seen any other Prime Minister leading the movement of cleanliness in this particular manner. He breathes cleanliness, he wakes up with cleanliness ideas, and he probably speaks with the cleanliness message which he feels should be carried out by everybody. I think it's a great opportunity. We'll never get such a political will to support us. Let us keep our India clean, which will bring in public cleanliness, hygiene, bring more tourists to India, will reduce the cost of public health. Probably it will also help in fighting some of the diseases which are spreading like wildfire. We will be able to address all of that.
Right.
So let's
Prabhu,
work together. Let's make it happen. Railways will play a useful role. We are already doing that in a big way. We had organized from 17th to 25th a 9-day program beginning with the Prime Minister's birthday, ending with the birth anniversary of Pandit Deendayal Upadhyay ji. A 9-day program, massive program for keeping everything clean, not just station walls, but also hygiene, water, food, and all aspects of it, including the surrounding. And we have involved people into this. And therefore I feel we can make it happen if you all work together. I must congratulate NDTV and particularly my good friend Vikram Chandra for really trying to play this role of a change agent. And I think there is no better ambassador for this message than Amitabh Bachchan. In fact, I must thank him. He told me that day at the Rashtrapati Bhavan that why not, I am also willing to contribute for the railways. I have not been able to accept your offer. I am sorry about it so far, but we'll definitely work together to make railways a far better enterprise than what it is today. And this can only happen with a combined effort of all of us.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Mr. Prabhu, thank you so much for joining us. And you mentioned the San Nirankari Charitable Foundation. I'm very happy to tell you that they've been working very closely in this entire campaign along with NDTV and RB and others. And today, in fact, they are organizing a cleanup in 47 railway stations today. 47 railway stations today they're going to be working to clean up. We'll be showing you the pictures during the course of the day, including CST, which is one of those 10 iconic locations. But Amit ji, many suggestions and ideas did come from Suresh ji, and I think the very valid point he made is, why does a coach need to be cleaned 4 times in 1 hour? I mean, if you go to Europe or you go to America, it's not that those trains are being cleaned 4 times or 5 times in an hour.
Yeah. जैसा कि सुरेश प्रभु जी कह रहे थे कि क्यों आधे घंटे के अंदर 4 दफ़े इसको साफ़ करना पड़ता है, और बहुत अच्छी बात कही कि एक हाथ से आप गंदगी करें, दूसरा हाथ आकर के उसको साफ़ करें, ये ठीक नहीं है। हम दोनों हाथों को जोड़ करके हमें काम करना है, न गंदगी फैलाएं और ना उसको साफ़ करने की आवश्यकता हो, लेकिन हाँ, जहाँ कहीं भी गंदगी हो उसे साफ़ करें। सुरेश प्रभु जी, एक चीज़ मैं और आपसे जानना चाह रहा था कि कई बार देखा है छोटे शहरों में या गाँव में जितने भी लोग हैं वो शौच करने जो है वो रेलवे ट्रैक के ऊपर चले जाते हैं। ऐसा क्यों होता है? और कहीं ऐसा तो नहीं है कि उनके मन के अंदर ये धारणा है कि जब ट्रेन चलती है तो जितना भी मलबा होता है वो चलते समय जो है वो ट्रैक के ऊपर गिरता है, तो ये एक हमारे लिए जगह बन गई जहाँ पर हम शौच कर सकते हैं। इसके लिए कोई एक परिवर्तन आ सकता है, या क्या होता है ये जो मलबा इकट्ठा होता है ट्रेन के अंदर?
अमिताभ जी, बहुत आपने अहम बात कही। मैं उसके 2 पहलू आपको बताना चाहता हूँ। एक तो हमने बड़ी मात्रा में हर ट्रेन में बायो टॉयलेट लगाने की शुरुआत की है। बायो टॉयलेट का मतलब ये हुआ कि कहीं ना कहीं ये जो गंदगी, ह्यूमन वेस्ट अभी ट्रैक के ऊपर नहीं फैलाई जाएगी, उसको पूरी मात्रा में कैप्चर किया जाएगा। उसका और एक अलग अंग, विश्व में शायद पहली बार हमने और एक टॉयलेट डेवलप की है, उसको कहते हैं बायो टॉयलेट कम वैक्यूम टॉयलेट। जैसे हवाई जहाज में वैक्यूम टॉयलेट होती है, वो वैक्यूम टॉयलेट तो पूरा सक कर लेती है, लेकिन उसको डिस्चार्ज करने के लिए कहीं ना कहीं अपने म्यूनिसिपल सीवरेज सिस्टम के साथ लगाना पड़ता है। हमारे सब जगह में सीवरेज सिस्टम नहीं है। हवाई जहाज जहाँ जहाँ जाते हैं वहाँ तो है, लेकिन रेलवे तो बहुत और जगह पे जाती है, इसके लिए नहीं है। इसके लिए हमने पूरी मात्रा में उसका इस्तेमाल नहीं किया। हमने 2 ऐसे जगह पर ग्रीन कॉरिडोर कर दिए, जहां पर एक भी ट्रेन, जो भी ट्रेन उस कॉरिडोर पे जाएगी वो पूरी की पूरी ट्रेन में बायो टॉयलेट रहेगी, यानी वो ट्रैक कभी गंदगी उस तरह से नहीं हो पाएंगे। ये हमने किया और आज भी हम पोरबंदर से इसको शुरुआत करने वाले हैं और इस तरह के हम लोग बहुत सारे ट्रैक कवर करेंगे। बायो टॉयलेट लगाने का काम एक बड़ी मात्रा में चल रहा है। एक बिंदु हुआ। दूसरी जगह पर यह है जहां बड़े शहर है, मुंबई है, दिल्ली है, चेन्नई है, हमारी बड़ी मात्रा में झुग्गी झोपड़ियों में रहने वाले लोग जो आज रेल ट्रैक का सहारा लेते हैं, उसी के सहारे वहां पर रहते हैं, बसते हैं, वो लोग अपनी दैनंदिन प्रक्रिया करने के लिए रेल ट्रैक का इस्तेमाल करते हैं, उसके लिए गंदगी फैल जाती है। मैंने म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन को विनती की है कि हम सब मिलके एक मोबाइल टॉयलेट लगाएंगे। वो मोबाइल टॉयलेट इन लोगों के लिए इस्तेमाल पे आ जाएंगी, लेकिन सही मात्रा में ये जो झुग्गी झोपड़ियां हैं उससे तो सेफ्टी का भी खतरा है, उनके लिए भी खतरा है। और मुंबई शहर में भी बहुत सारी जो लोगों की जाने जाती है उसकी वजह यही है कि लोग ट्रैक क्रॉस करते रहते, क्योंकि वो बेचारा बच्चा, छोटा बच्चा, उसको क्या पता है, वो झुग्गी झोपड़ी में रहता है, वो दौड़ने शुरू कर देगा, उसको हादसे में उसकी मौत हो जाती है, बहुत बुरा लगता है। तो मुझे लगता है ये काम करने के लिए सिर्फ साफ सुथरा काम नहीं होगा, तो एक मुझे लगता है शहरों में रहने वाली जो आबादी है, जो आज रेल के किनारे रहकर झुग्गियां झोपड़ी में निवास करती है, ऐसे लोगों को पुनर्वसन करने के लिए राज्य सरकार और केंद्र सरकार और म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन भी मिलकर काम करती है, तो उसका भी एक राहत बड़ी मात्रा में मिल पाएगी। हमने ये जो बायो टॉयलेट लगाने की शुरुआत की है, मुझे कहने के लिए खुशी है कि पिछले 6 महीने में हमने जो बायो टॉयलेट लगाई वो जो हमारे जो टारगेट था उससे भी ज्यादा है और पिछले साल की तुलना में तो बहुत ही ज्यादा है। हम 2019 से पहले, महात्मा गांधी जी के बर्थडे के पहले, हमारे जो प्रधानमंत्री चाहते हैं उस तरह से हम उसको पूरी मात्रा में करने की कोशिश करेंगे। बड़ी मात्रा में आंदोलन हम कर रहे हैं और उसमें भी क्या इनोवेशन हो सकता है, इसीलिए भी हम काम करें कि मैंने एक चैलेंज दिया है सभी देश के लोगों को या कई विश्व के लोगों को कि वाटरलेस और ऑर्डरलेस टॉयलेट किस तरह से बनाई जा सकती है, उसका हमें तकनीकी ज्ञान दीजिए। क्योंकि पानी भी टॉयलेट के लिए आवश्यक है, लेकिन पानी इतना नहीं मिल पाएगा जितना पानी हमें लगेगा आगे आने वाले दिनों में। मैं 20-25 साल की बात कर रहा हूं। तो मुझे लगता है ऑर्डरलेस और वाटरलेस टॉयलेट बनाने में भी हम कामयाब रहते हैं, तो बड़ी मात्रा में इसका भी लाभ हमें मिलेगा।
Right. Suresh Prabhu ji, one of the 10 iconic locations that are being earmarked both by the government, and we are focusing on them today as part of the Cleanathon. One of them is CST, which is of course right here in Mumbai, and it's one of those places which we are trying to focus on how it can be cleaned up. Let's just play for all of you, and we will be doing this for all 10 of these locations, what we think are the real issues at the CST and what the possible agenda items can be to clean up the CST. So first, let's just show you some of the issues around the CST. And then, Mr. Prabhu, we'd like to get your views on it as well.
It's majestic, it's iconic, it's awe-inspiring. Built in 1888, the Victoria Terminus was the symbol of Bombay as the Gothic city. It was renamed after the great Maratha warrior Chhatrapati Shivaji and earned a World Heritage Tag from UNESCO in 2004. The 138-year-old terminus is the functional headquarters of the Central Railways, and with a footfall of 5 lakh people every day, maintaining cleanliness is that much harder. While railways and civic bodies have increased cleaning activities, problems persist. The railway tracks are littered with human excreta and rodents roam freely. The stench from toilets is overwhelming and needs an urgent overhaul. Waste is littered, especially where small eateries and hawkers are located. The potential is immense. All it now needs is dedicated and conscious Mumbaikars who will help turn it into reality.
Well, all through the day, it's going to be our effort not just to talk to you about the problem in each of these 10 locations, but also specific agenda actions and specific solutions that we can try and find. So, Suresh Prabhu is still with us, and I'm going to go across to my colleague Ketki, who's there at CST right now.
I just want to say something about CST. देखिए, इतनी सुंदर ये एक इमारत बनाई गई है रेलवे स्टेशन के लिए। रात को आप इसकी लाइटिंग खूबसूरत करते हैं कि बाहर से ये अच्छा दिखे। आप रात को जाइए कभी CST में तो यू विल फाइंड it's beautifully lit. But if it's going to be looking good outside, we want to make sure that it looks good inside as well. And I think that's something that we need to learn. You're ready to make it look pretty and wonderful and light it up and make it look nice and clean and beautiful. But don't you think that when you go inside it, it should look equally pretty and good?
Not just the externals that matter.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's a very valid point, sir, that you just made. So, Suresh Prabhu is still with us and Ketki is also joining us. Let's just try and find some of the specific agenda items that we've been able to think of. Ketki, so if you look at the agenda items, and let me in fact bring them up first. Cleanliness of the railway tracks is one of the things we should, I think, be looking at CST. Maintaining the hygiene of the public toilets there and around it. And the cleanliness of the surrounding area, it's not just CST itself, but the surrounding areas around it, that has to be kept in mind. Ketki, any other agenda items that you can think of, and then maybe we'll put that to the Railway Minister as well? Ketki,
Well, in fact, when you talk about the railway tracks, one constant problem is the problem of rodents. And Mumbai is a city that gets so much rainfall. Rodents is anyways a problem. If you also look at how, September alone has seen 7 deaths in Mumbai just because of leptospirosis. So the rodents problem is a very real problem. Yes, we have to acknowledge that Railways has seen a change as far as cleanliness is concerned. It has changed for the better. But even as far as, just look at the number of people who come to CST every day. Over 5 lakh on an everyday basis. So when you look at those kind of footfalls and numbers, certainly the number of toilets are not commensurate with the number of people who are actually coming into the station. So inside the station, the toilet facilities, something that the minister also touched upon. But the other thing also is about the outside cleanliness, because there's a lot of restaurants nearby which contribute to the problem of cleanliness here in the CST.
all right, Ketki, I think that graphic is slightly wrong, the one which is on screen. I think they're mixing up CST with Varanasi there. But can I just come to you, Suresh Prabhuji, looking specifically at CST, some of those points that we looked at, cleanliness of the railway track, there's plastic waste, and this is, by the way, a national problem. Anywhere that you look at our railway tracks, there's so much plastic that's lying on the side. Rodents at CST, cleanliness of the surrounding area, especially the places where hawkers are. Any specific ideas that you might have on CST?
We are working on all the ideas, but my request is, as I said, that's a fundamental issue, that we keep cleaning it round the clock. We have got people working on it round the clock. We are trying to beautify the CST by keeping it. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj's memorial also will be put there. But as I said, we can do many things if people also cooperate. If there is so much of footfalls of several lakhs of people every day, and those people also cooperate with us, we can definitely make it better. Like you go to any other country in the world, the cleanliness is there because it is not made unclean to begin with. If we keep all the stations that we keep it clean, whenever the train starts it is clean. As I gave you an example of half an hour. So this is what we are trying to do, and therefore we will continue to work. There is a huge plan for CST which we have prepared. I have just discussed it with the Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra just few minutes ago. Also the municipal corporator, I had a meeting in Mumbai in which all the state government officers, all the municipal commissioner and all officers, all my general managers, all of them, we sat together to have prepared a plan of action for the city, for the state and for major stations of India. We are also trying to not only, as I said, keep them clean, but we are also making them beautification. But let's join hands, and today is a very good example. Today I had Mumbai First and Make a Difference, MAD. 2 organizations have come forward, and this is what is really necessary. If we can work like this, we can definitely make the difference. We need more MAD people to come forward. MAD I am making is Make a Difference people, to make a difference and work together. Thank you very much. I really appreciate the contribution of NDTV, Vikram Chandra, and of course, if you have an ambassador like Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, we can do wonders with the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. Thank you very much. Look forward to working with all of you. Appeal to all my countrymen, 125 crore people, take a pledge, work together. India can never be unclean. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Suresh Prabhu ji. Thank you so much for joining us.
I think one of the things that you get to see, you see workers actually cleaning up the place. I feel, why should we have workers cleaning up the place? We should ourselves make sure that they are not required. If we know somewhere in our minds that, yeah, let's make this place dirty because there are workers that are going to come and clean it up, I think we have to get out of that syndrome. Why go with this thought that there is somebody that's going to clean it up? Why make it make it dirty in the first place? And why live with this thought that there's somebody else that's going to come and clean it? As we saw in the clip just now, we saw workers wearing masks and cleaning up the tracks. Yes, there is something that should be done, but I mean you can easily avoid them doing that.
Amitabh ji, this is the moot point.
Ji, bilkul.
No, absolutely right. Absolutely, we really need, as you said, two things. One, I have personally been saying this because I dealt with water earlier, that we don't have plenty of water to use it for cleaning the place. So that's why I talk about waterless toilets. But also, why should we use water? Number two, as you correctly said, why to make it unclean to begin with, so that we really need to initiate the process of cleanliness? Why not integrate, mainstream the thinking in our own mind that I'm not going to make it unclean? Let's take that pledge. Gandhiji did it. Gandhiji said the life must change, the change must begin within me. I should be the change agent myself, the type of change I want to see in others. So today is this pledge. If we take NDTV, Amitabh Bachchan, Prime Minister join hands, we can make it happen. But that's not the three people issue. This is not an issue of one institution. This is an issue that we need to take it as a part of a personal life. We should do it. India will be a different country. Thank you very much. All the best to all of you. Looking forward to working with you. Thank you very much.
Sir.
Thank you so much, Suresh Prabhu ji.
Thank you.